I love Katt.
So I don't know.
He did that interview. He said I wouldn't have him on. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll have you on. Let's go.
2 times.
Folks, it looks like another viral chat with Katt Williams is brewing because Joe Rogan has just spilled that he invited the comedian to appear on his podcast. Joe seems to have taken Katt's interview with Shannon Sharpie seriously, and he allegedly wants to dive deeper into the dirty industry secrets. Rumor now has it that he might be a true believer in Katt Williams' bombshell revelations about some of the comedians. And here's more to spill. Rogan supposedly knows something as well, and that's why he's eager to discuss it all with Katt. Apparently, another juicy chat is going to hit the social media. As Joe shared, let's go, anytime. Whenever you want to come by, call me. I will fire this place up at 3 in the morning for you. I'll wake up. Now, some insiders believe that Katt Williams Unleashed was a proper nudge for other industries' whistleblowers, and Joe is among them willing to air the dirty linen of the comedy titans like Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey.
And it's so different than the way anybody that I know does it. It's good to see that.
We all know how shady the showbiz can be, and Katt only proved it during his latest interview, talking about Steve Harvey allegedly swiping Mark Curry's mojo and hanging with Mr. Cooper. And he's not done with exposing Steve only. He also claimed Kevin Hart's success was a bit too fast to believe it was due to the talent only. Katt questions whether Hart paid his dues in the tough world of stand-up. For years, the comedian has been calling Kevin Hart the industry puppet. Katt introduces this term for those who rise to stardom without the usual struggles. He's side-eyeing Hart's rapid ascent, saying, I've already proven that if the best they got in comedy is Kevin Hart, don't you boo a black man working hard, baby. Even if that a puppet, it's not his fault. We don't get mad. But wait, there's more. Hart clapped back, labeling Katt as the biggest liar.
It's all entertainment to a certain degree, so you just hope that people can be smart enough and have a tremendous amount of logic.
Well, Katt is under fire for speaking the truth, and it seems like not too many people now want to have a sit with him because of what he was saying about some big players. Yet, Joe Rogan is fully on, and he asks Williams to join him in his studio for another viral chat about the industry's shortcut takers. According to sources, Joe Rogan has his own info on Kevin and other comedians who are eager to do literally anything to fill their pockets with cash. Folks, just let me show you Kevin's bio on X that clearly says that he's a hardworking man. My name is Kevin Hart, and I work hard. That pretty much sums me up. Everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to do the work. This certainly raises speculations about the nature of Kevin's success, and whether his compliance with the industry elites and their insane rules is everything a person needs nowadays to proceed to the next level of success. And as Katt and Rogan both believe, certain rituals have already become traditional, and Kevin wasn't the first person to go through them.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
Apparently, wearing a dress is only the first step, and if a person agrees to a seemingly innocent act, their will is getting tested further and further until an artist loses his soul completely. Another prominent comedian, Dave Chappelle, shared his story of how he had walked away from promising opportunities and $50 million deal at the peak of his career. Chappelle's success reached meteoric heights in 2003, but it didn't take him long to realize what was going on in the industry, and in mid-2005, he walked off set of his show abruptly and flew to South Africa to avoid tabloid harassment and politics of Hollywood. As later, he explained his motives in his talk with Oprah.
With certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress.
He shared that he came to a realization that as his fame was growing, he would be pushed to make things he was uncomfortable with, so he decided to quit to finally find peace of mind far away from modern-day slavery. And as he himself said, do what I like to do and avoid some of the parts of it that I was uncomfortable with. Despite money flowing into his pockets and him being at the peak of his success, Dave wanted to remain sane and stay true to his personal boundaries. Yeah, it's always a personal choice, but as Katt believes, if more people agrees to such things, it creates a toxic environment in the industry where certain things are expected from every single comedian.
Isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress? And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress.
Well, our man Kevin Hart seems to be nothing like this. And as Katt Williams says, he is ready to do anything to elevate his career even more. Now, it looks like almost 3 hours of truth weren't enough, and judging by the comments on social media, people crave for more. As one fan wrote, Katt, I must say, ain't nobody talk so much truth back to back. And I mean non-stop truth. And another user added, it's crazy how anybody can possibly believe the entire entertainment industry isn't totally corrupt and rotten. And if you do some research, guys, there's actually truth in Katt's words because the timing doesn't lie, and Kevin Hart's career soared so high that he is now one of the richest comedians ever with net worth of $450 million. However, Kevin didn't arrive to show business with a pocket full of cash, and probably now he can choose to do whatever he wants, and people will be paying him a lot. But the path to his success was paved with making many complicated choices that his entire core was screaming in agony, and Hart once admitted that he had to choose to do the things for money he wasn't actually okay with.
The roles that I'm able to choose now, they can be good roles, they can be smarter roles. I don't have to take certain.
Well, Kevin had basically confessed that betraying his ideals and principles in exchange for money is like walk in the park for him, and since the start of his career, he was ready to do whatever needed to reach the heights he's known on. Looks like his appearance and address just proved it. In a shocking turn of events, for many Kevin's fans, after the statement of never ever wearing a dress, the actor was probably approached by the industry elites who were testing his compliance. And guess what? He actually appeared in Saturday Night Live episode, and as Katt Williams now says, it was the moment of Hart's soul being sold.
Ego sum homonym.
Which means I'm demand.
While it all seems very obvious, with Kevin Hart, Katt Williams hasn't exactly been apologetic about going after him or after other big comedians like Steve Harvey. Recently, Katt decided to shine a spotlight on Steve, dragging him into the limelight for supposedly orchestrating his daughter Lori Harvey's romantic entanglements, particularly with Diddy. Now, Katt's revelations didn't exactly shock many because, let's be real, Steve's preferential treatment towards Lori over his other kids has been glaring for years. Harvey's parenting track record isn't stellar. He missed his twin girls' graduation and played the role of a poor daddy to his son for a whopping 16 years.
I had to come to my children and go, look, man, this is a decision I made as a man for us to sink or swim.
Then there's Winton, Steve's second son, who had a run-in with the police and Child Protective Services due to alleged physical punishment. But Lori has always remained his golden child because she's pretty, and Steve saw her as a marketable asset that he could potentially exploit, for example, offering her company to the rich guys like Diddy. Remember that eyebrow-raising relationship between Lori and Diddy in 2019? The one with the 28-year age gap that left everyone scratching their heads? Lori's role in all this, according to Katt, wasn't that of a willing participant. Steve allegedly nudged her into Diddy's arms, all in the name of boosting the Harvey brand.
Diddy's now getting super cozy with Steve Harvey's daughter.
I think it's more interesting that Steve Harvey's there.
At the time, fans expected Steve to step in and put an end to the weird relationship, but he didn't. Instead, he and Marjorie gave it their stamp of approval when they tagged along on vacation with Diddy and Lori. Approving your 22-year-old daughter dating a 50-year-old man is one thing, but going on vacation with them is just something else. Also, according to Katt, he wasn't surprised by the relationship because he knew that Steve had been trying to slide Lori into Diddy's life for a while. In his opinion, Steve's empire is built on lies and selling out, and he can't wait to share more.
Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made...
Even though Katt spilled enough to have the internet chatting for a few months, apparently, fans are looking for more, and Joe Rogan might be the next person giving the platform to Katt's bold statements. As one person commented, we need Katt to go on Joe Rogan ASAP. We need details about all the secret Hollywood stuff Katt is talking about. And another user added, I could listen to Katt all day. If all these pose entertainers were like Katt, things would be different. Well, it seems like the comedian has a lot of untold stories to share, and his chat with Joe Rogan will be the same wild as the viral interview with Shannon Sharpie. But folks, what do you think about all this? Will Katt Williams appear on Joe's show with more revelations about the industry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check my other videos.